Hello, everybody. We are indeed live again. Welcome. We got people already going. Nikki, Alex, Alex, you're right there. Shut up. Jen, Sean, Abby, how are you guys doing? Good evening. Tonight is as I've described it on this stream. Tonight's kind of our bullshit Christmas episode where we don't have any movies to review and we're literally just gonna bullshit and talk to you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I made that in about 25 minutes to a half hour. I get very small segments of time, and I feel like sometimes, like Michael Scott, because just in this this episode we were watching, he goes, I do some of my best work when people don't believe in me, and I just feel like some of my best work is done when I'm like, I've got 20 minutes of full on the spectrum focus, and I'm like, I just get shit done, and then like it just into the wind it goes, and I'm like, just like stare like Joe Biden staring into the sky. I am very quiet by myself usually, like especially when I'm working. And the problem with that is like, once again, being on the spectrum, there's like chambers of focus, and every now and then Jen will break that chamber of focus. I'm like, and it'll be literally like, "Hey, where did you put this?" And it's just like, "What the fuck? What do you want?" And it's just like, "My bad, I'm being a dick. Sorry, I was just you broke it. It's almost like in Thor, the fucking magic bridge." You broke the fucking magic bridge, right? Like, it's going to be really hard for me to get back to it right now. It's going to take another 15 minutes to get that fucking thing up again. He must be watching a different show. It's rude to comment on our show watching somebody else. I'm just going to say, I don't know what kind of trolling this is, but it hurts my feelings personally. But as I said, we've got nothing to review. So let's start. It's been a week since we've talked. What have you guys been watching? That actually come out? I thought people got hurt. You can't hear Alex? Oh, shit. Hold on.
Somebody had to use a condom
There
to
we go. You're good.
their skin.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Alex was talking about he was just watching the Squid Game reality show.
Yeah.
And then Giovanni just said somebody had to use a condom to what their skin?
Moisturize their skin.
Really?
Yeah. They were complaining because
Been there.
they didn't get like the basic.
Right.
So like water, lotion, like stuff to take care of themselves.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't hear
They
that.
should
Okay.
You guys should have good audio. I'm going to turn you up now too, but you should have audio now.
Can you hear us now?
They're good.
Okay, Nikki says, there we go.
Yeah, I used to like those survival shows. Like, what was the one, Dual Survival? Did you guys ever watch that one?
Yep.
Where it was like literally that fucking hippie who didn't wear shoes, and then the other guy was always like a brutal Marine.
Yeah.
And they're like, when they first meet, it's always like it's basically Stone Cold, like, you don't wear shoes? What? And just like screaming at him and like, all right, this guy's fucking crazy. He's gonna get
They
bit by a
didn't like
snake
each
and
other.
die.
They didn't like each other at the beginning of it, and then I think they switched it to that long-haired no shoe
Well, yeah,
guy.
because they separated because they
the first
hated
guy.
each other
Yeah, the first guy they didn't like. Yeah.
Well, then I remember watching one episode, and the guy's like, all right, so don't do this at home, and he just starts cutting himself. And he's like, I did that because I need to show you how to seal this in a survival situation. And he literally takes fucking black powder and lights his arm on fire to singe it. And it's like, those motherfuckers are getting paid like $1 million an episode on Friends. How much are you making?
He didn't have a tampon to stuff the wound with?
I don't think many men carry tampon. I mean, you might have it in your Hulk Hogan themed fanny pack as you walk around. Most men do not.
I'm talking about your rant that you went on about stuffing the wounds.
That's for gunshots. Tampons. If you're not in warfare, survival situations not always the same as warfare. In warfare, keep a box of heavy duty just in case you take a survivable round. No one liked Cody. He was like short, swole, like he was just weirdly ripped, but it wasn't like in good shape ripped. It was like he had developed muscle from walking on all fours, basically.
Was he the long-haired guy or the other guy?
He was a fucking hippie.
Okay.
Oh, never had shoes. Like literally was in the tundra. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna wear shoes. And then the other guy who's always a Marine. It's like, what a fucking kook. I got 6 boots coming with me.
And he would say shit like that too.
Just in case this asshole freezes his fucking feet off, I got a pair for him. Oh yeah, so you have been watching. Is that show any good, or is it just more garbage reality TV?
It's interesting. They try to keep it as real to the TV show as they can. without actually killing people. So they like there was a part where they were doing the whole marble scene, and when the person got beat with the marbles, something would explode in front of them, and they would pretend like they're dying. They would just drop to the side. So, but some people would just stand there and look down at their chest like, "Oh, I'm dead." But the others that were actually into the whole, like they were in the immersion thing where they would actually fall to the ground.
See, here's the thing.
It's kind of cool.
None of them are playing it right because what you do is you find the old man in the group, and you beat the shit out of him.
And which it came down to something like that where it was the mom versus her son. And she's an old
find
ass
the old
mom.
people because we all saw on the show the old man was running the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Find the old guy and beat the shit out of him.
The funny thing is the irony of it all, that everything that show says, so like a social commentary, there being a Netflix reality show is just like the hammer hitting the nail. It's like,
well, that's the problem though, is you're creating a point based upon something you've already sold your soul to, though. You know what I mean? It's almost like, yeah, this actually does exist when you think about it, when you put it in spectrums of reality TV, and then it's like, by the way, on Netflix, new Squid Game reality TV show. So it's like the whole point in your show gets fucking null and void when then it's like literally Netflix is doing what the negative in that show is. Over under on how many of these movies, Christmas movies, Nikki has. I don't know. I'd imagine Nikki's probably got a pretty good track record with like holiday movies.
She hasn't watched Hook, so I don't know. We'll see.
what?
Is Hook a Christmas movie?
No, but Nikki hasn't watched Hook, so I'm just saying, like, as far as movies being watched by Nikki.
Christmas movie, and
What?
Nikki didn't walk the plank if she's never watched.
No, but I think Hook is around Christmas time.
It is around Christmas time, but that is the best Peter Pan movie on the fucking planet.
I saw the new one with Hugh Jackman, Jackaman. I don't know. It was kind of just whatever. I didn't love it.
Hugh Jackman's in a Hook movie or a Peter Pan movie?
Peter Pan. He plays Hook.
Yeah, he plays the hooker.
All right.
Oh, I gotta watch my skin, mate. I've got cancer. I don't know why I'm making fun of that. I shouldn't be making fun of that, but I am. I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman. I look forward to Deadpool 3. The only goddamn Marvel movie coming out in 2024. Thank God.
The other thing I really want to see you in.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I think Nikki probably wants The Greatest Showman too, but does anybody else give a fuck about any other movie with Hugh Jackman that is in either Wolverine or The Prestige 2?
Oh, The
Wait,
Prestige.
is there going to be a Prestige 2?
Oh, no. Nolan doesn't make sequels unless it's Batman related.
I was gonna say, I don't want a sequel. The first movie's perfect.
I want it all. Give me more. I want Wolverine to last until Hugh Jackman is gray and dying. Let's film scenes of it on his literal deathbed. What have you guys been watching?
I've been watching Netflix as well. What was I saying? Pluto. There you go.
Pluto, yeah.
Pluto. Yeah. It's like Mega Man meets Astro Boy meets True Detective. It's really fucking good.
Okay. Is it animation?
Yeah, it's anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should do a test right now and tell Lewis to lift up his shirt.
Well, no, wait, but will that get us flagged or anything?
Oh, no, that's why it's a test.
Yes, it will.
No.
No.
Are there nipples on it?
It'll
It'll be fine.
just show the top.
There's some boobies. I do see Nikki's
Terrifying.
Twitter. I feel like I don't know, I feel like Batman of Twitter, except I'm not there to solve crimes. I'm just there to sit in dark corners and look at everybody else say shit. Like I just kind of sit there for like 3 minutes a day and scroll. And then I just kind of like go about my day and forget Twitter exists.
Do the
The only,
same.
the only time I really use it is to post, like, and I don't even really post my live links going Twitter anymore because it doesn't really bring in any traction. Like, I don't have a big following on Twitter because I don't actively use it. So, other than to post that I'm live, and literally, if you look at all my tweets, it's like, what does he have to say today? Going live, like every fucking tweet every day. It's just, hey, I'm going live, and then every now and then, it's me posting something like Spider-Man 2 is pretty fucking great. my Twitter's stupid.
Are you tweeting out to the Knowles brothers?
Yeah, I have talked to known directors. Lewis, what you been watching besides tits on your shirt?
We watched The King, which is on Netflix. It's about King Henry V.
Looking for things to fall asleep to, huh?
No, I love history. I'm also
About the Queen on Netflix.
Yeah, it's called
They're releasing it like a
The Crown. You're thinking of the Crown.
Oh, the Crown. Yeah, yeah. Different seasons has.
No,
different,
no, I'm talking King Henry V, like during the War of the Roses. We also watched Kingdom of Heaven, which there's no 4K for, so it doesn't look
Oh,
great.
you know what? There is
They
a
used-
4K transfer for now. True fucking lies. It's $20
Really?
on
It's out?
Vudu. Physical comes out in
Okay.
March, but it's $20 on Vudu. In fact, if you go on the Vudu now, I think they put the upscaled 1080p one out there because we technically had it. So there's a legit 1080p transfer out there right now, but I'm getting the fucking 4K. People who call Twitter X instead of Twitter still are the same people that call Christmas X Mix. Fuck off.
Or Sears Tower, the Willis Tower.
Willis Tower, if I ever see something, if people ever say that, if they're not from here, it's like, I get it. But if you live here and you call it the Willis Tower, you get punched right in the mouth. That's a rule. I'm sorry. It's in some neighborhoods you get stabbed to death. So
or
that's your
U.S.
choice.
Cellular Field, Comiskey Park.
I do. I still call it old. I call it old Comiskey on top
Yeah,
of it.
I call it Old Comiskey. So, Anthony, did they use the same filter that you're using right now for you, the blue?
Do the chopper.
Dude, it's weird. So that movie goes from like extremely blue filters to like it's in Jerusalem, so like the light, the scenes, it's like two different movies.
I have a terrible story that goes along with that. That movie, because that movie's like 3.5 hours long, like legitimately.
The director's cut.
The director's cut. The director's cut is good, especially compared to the original. The original sucks donkey dick. The director's cut really does add a lot. I think the first time ever and only time, ordered from Pizza Hut while watching that movie. And we ordered the food when we started the movie, and we were like 2 hours in, and we were like, wait, where are our fucking pizzones? And the food didn't show for like we watched most of the movie to the point where we're all just sitting there angrily, like watching a movie because we're all fucking starving. We're just like,
but the pizzones are the ones that are folded, right?
Where's my fucking pizzone?
Yeah, they take longer to make.
You're like, our legs are shaking. We're just like, God damn it, pizzone. And it ruined that movie that's one of my Alex stories of like, yeah, the fucking pizzones didn't show up. And I don't watch that movie anymore now. It is good though. It's just really long.
Yeah, no, it is one of those movies that the director's cut and the regular movie are two totally different movies. But we also watched Killers of the Flower Moon, which is also over 3 hours long. It's a fantastic movie.
Is it Leo's best?
No, but it's up there.
You're right.
So I'm surprised you complained about how long it was to watch episodes of the Santa Clauses versus watching that movie, where it's almost the same amount of time for watching the 6 episodes versus watching.
Okay, so hold on.
It's in increments, and it's in increments.
No, so about that, for one, I feel if all of you guys wanted to watch Santa Claus, I feel like an asshole. I could have watched it.
I was 3 up. I think we're 3 episodes in.
Yeah,
because we started powerhousing them.
No,
it's like 24 episodes, 24 minutes, or whatever.
No, they're like 35 minutes each.
Yeah.
To me, getting through a whole show is kind of a slog rather than a movie. Because like a movie, even if it's 3 hours long, like you're just getting through the one thing. Or versus a show, like if there are any slower episodes, you're like, fuck, I gotta burn through all of these. But I did also remember that I did not like season 1. That's not why I mentioned us not reviewing the show. And I feel terrible. I felt like everyone was like, I want to watch it. And I threw that comment out there and you guys were like, well, we don't have to. And I'm like, okay. I don't want it to be because
I'm just always trying to be accommodating. I'm the only reason is we don't really have here's the thing, we still have one more week of Christmas shit. We're taking next week off because it's the Christmas fucking weekend. But then the next week it's still technically December. We do have another, so it's either we review the Santa Claus season 2 or we find some fucking movies that are worth reviewing.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just like, let's just do Lethal Weapon, Die Hard. Like, let's just throw whatever the fuck we want at the table.
Nothing like the holidays.
And if it's, that's the one Christmas movie that we legitimately need to review because Giovanni brought it to the table and it's like, it's a real Christmas movie.
I asked for it last year, but we never got to it. Yeah.
Is that the one with John Leguizamo?
Yeah, it's the Spanish. Yeah, it's the Spanish families.
So wait, why does this gringo have to watch that shit?
I don't know if I've seen it.
No.
I definitely have not. Jen's racist, so she wouldn't want to watch that one. She likes all
I
the really
do.
white Christmas movies with like Danny DeVito and what was it, Deck the Halls, Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn, eight beautiful
So
babies.
Sean's saying that he can't wait for a Killers recap.
I want to see it. It does look pretty good. I didn't know what the fuck it was about at first, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I read the synopsis. I was like, "Oh, okay."
He took
what
like
is it?
4 breaks, he said. What's that, Anthony?
Well, I mean, I
What
don't
is it?
mind overly long movies. Like I don't even think I don't mind absorbing a lot of content in a small period of time. It's just for me, I can compartmentalize. Where if I'm watching a 3.5 hour movie, I've already in my head before we started it figured either something's going to happen where I got to go do something, or Jen's going to get tired and fall asleep, or Minnie's going to do something, 2 hours in. And it's like, so I've already, generally speaking, if we're watching something that's really long, I factor into my head it's going to be 2 viewings.
What was the first long movies that you guys saw, like longer than fucking normal?
Titanic.
Like the first one we recall,
For Titanic,
Like-
for you?
Titanic. Yeah, one of the best movies.
The
ever.
Right Stuff for me.
How long is that movie?
The Right Stuff is it was what? It was 2 or 3 things on TV.
I think for me is Apocalypse
Actually,
Now.
You can. It's probably a cheat, but the TV.
The
Yeah, it's a
TV, okay.
miniseries technically, but yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine was either Godfather or Apocalypse Now. You can tell my dad was introducing me to these movies.
No, Titanic
It's
was the
gonna.
first one. I've
It's
still
it
never
is.
seen The Godfather.
Godfather 1
Yeah.
and 2 are worth it. Number 3 is just a boring movie.
So yeah, The Right Stuff was 3 hours and 13 minutes.
If I remember correctly, even Scarface is like 2.5, 2 hours 45.
I think if
Scarface is almost
if
3 hours.
if there's a list of cinema sins for me, it would be that I don't give a shit about Scarface. I think that movie's stupid. Never liked it.
It's okay. I think people really latched onto the culture or put it into the culture. I think it's an okay movie. I think it's largely kind of boring. There's there's awesome scenes, and then there's kind of whatever scenes. Like there's scenes where he's just basically verbally abusing and then threatening physical violence of his like sister. It's like I
Oh
don't,
shit.
I'm good.
Sean said JFK. That's 3 hours and 26
I
minutes.
don't know if I've ever seen JFK.
I've watched that in parts. I've never
I-
seen the full movie through, like
So-
through and through.
What we are going to do later on in the show is we haven't done one in a long time, and we're going to do a top 10 Christmas movies list, and I want everybody to participate in that, because what you may not know is when we first started this show, episodes were like, if you go back to the first episodes, they're like 2.5 hours long, A, and B,
Some were 5, I think.
yeah, every episode had, well, that we would record for 5, and then I'd edit it down to 2.5. And then on a lot of the original ones, we would, like, if we were doing like anthologies, we would do top 10 anthologies, stuff like that. So we're going to do a top 10 list Christmas movies. And today is literally just an overall discussion, mainly about Christmas movies and, of course, other ADD style shit. Giovanni, you're blurred.
Oh.
You shifted into it to the point where you became the faceless fucking man. You're a
We're
ghoul
working
from Fallout. Has anyone seen the Fallout trailer?
Yes.
I have. I'm a little.
I like it.
I like what I see. I'm curious because, man, I only trust HBO to put out quality shows. I
No,
just
I don't trust. I don't.
You
trust
do have a weird loyalty thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, you will openly and rightfully so shit on things, but then when it's like, dude, Nintendo did the same thing, you're like, but that's Nintendo. They do that.
I think for me, it's that HBO puts, for one, to their detriment, they put way too much money even into pilots, but also their shows, they put a lot of money into the sets. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of for example, if you like fantasy shows like The Wheel of Time on Amazon and the Lord of the Rings show.
No, I've heard the
Like
Wheel of Time is nothing but liberal propaganda. What do you say?
The production quality and sets just look so fake. And HBO, even their terrible shows, they just throw money
Wait,
at them.
do you think the Fallout sets don't look good so far? I thought they look pretty
No,
decent.
No, no, no. I'm excited for Fallout, but
Oh, okay.
Amazon's some of their shows are just bad.
I gotta confess, the only Amazon show that I've watched is one episode of Reacher. And I will say
The
from that
Boys.
The Boys, yeah, The Boys is a quality Amazon show.
Oh yeah, it's their best.
But yeah, Sean is right. But Reacher from the first episode, because I watched it and then immediately felt guilty because like I was bored as shit, and I've been wanting to watch Reacher since the fucking show came out like 2 years ago, and I was just like, fuck it, we haven't watched it by now. I'm just gonna fucking
I'm gonna
watch
watch it by myself.
And then I watched the entire first episode, and then that little thing I think in the back of your mind that's your conscience or whatever was like, you know, Jen would like this show.
Is that a Tom Clancy character?
Yeah, it's Jack Reacher.
Did the same thing.
Is the show
sitting here one day working? It was slow, and I'm like, "Hey, Jack Reacher, you know what? Fuck it, I'll put it on." And it was the whole first season is really good.
What's the show that John Krasinski was in? That's part of that.
That was Jack Ryan.
Okay, Jack Ryan.
Are they the same people?
No, they're two different characters.
I was just curious because they sound the same, but
you gotta remember. So Jack Ryan was the guy that when you watch a movie like Sum of All Fears, all of those old Tom Clancy movies, the main character was Jack Ryan.
So the one with Harrison Ford and all that shit.
Yeah, that was all. Those are all the same character, just different movies.
Right.
Is the show Reacher? Is it still going? Is it ongoing? Or
Season 2 just came out, and I will tell you, way more brutal in a lot of ways than the movies. Like the first episode, there isn't a ton, but the fighting that's in it is well choreographed. The dialogue that's written is really well done, and this is all just the first episode. I haven't watched any more. There is no low budget feel. I always worry when these networks bring out a new show because some of them can be amazing, but have a low budget feel that fucks with me. And I personally, for me, if I'm paying whatever it is a month for a streaming network, I don't want low budget feeling unless you're telling me this is an indie program. If you're putting out an original program, it better be fucking AAA. Otherwise, you won't get my attention. Straight up. I don't pay money for the lesser quality shit unless you tell me, hey, this is an indie project, but we think you'd like it. Instead, I get nothing but Bollywood shit recommended to me.
The Reacher character is like what? He's like 6'10" or something like that.
He's a fucking brick shithouse.
He's fucking.
Well, that was the thing. In the book, he was like 6'6", and he was a brick shithouse. And I think they did at one point in the book, he's described as like an old redwood.
Wasn't he in
But then hold on. But then they cast Tom Cruise, and he's 5'7". And people were lovers of the book were pissed. Yeah, the new guy needs to be cast as Batman, Bane, you need a brick shithouse, fucking cast this guy because he's a good actor too.
But he was the villain. He was the villain in the last Furious movie, right?
Yeah, he was in the fast. Well, he was. Yeah, you're right. He was in that as well, and he does need to get more exposure.
Spoiler alert! Sorry.
Who the fuck? Fast and the Furious spoilers in 2023.
Sorry.
Here's a spoiler. Family. That's all you need to know. That tells you every fucking storyline. Hey, why do we blow up the moon? Family. Every scene. Hey, Dom, you blew up half of Brazil stealing a vault from a corrupt police station. Family. Every reasoning. You could do anything. I can go murder 6 people, and if the cops come to my door, apparently I can go. Family. No, I get lit the fuck up right in my door. That's what happens in reality.
All I need is a Corona in my family.
He is bigger in season 2. The dude is jacked as shit. But Nikki and I talked about this though. Like you can't compare dudes like him to like your normal self. Like the guy literally gets paid to be a brick shithouse. That's his job. His acting is his secondary gig. Him being jacked is his first and foremost.
Isn't it like Jason Momoa?
Jason's Mimosa.
No.
He doesn't get in shape unless he has to be in a movie for.
Yeah, but Jason Momoa has never been in the shape the guy from Reacher's in. Not in his lifetime.
Not at all.
He's still in good shape. He's better the shape than me. Fuck.
He's in great shape, but he's not in Jack Reacher shape. There's a difference. Like there's great shape, and then that's not possible with a normal person's routine. Like between the vitamins and the time, like you need the fucking time to build that mass. The guy who plays Reacher played Aquaman in Smallville, and that was the only thing I knew. He was what was he in that show?
Okay.
I never watched it, but I know he was from. Thank you. I know he was from Blue Mountain State. I believe he was in that show.
Oh, that was the football one.
One of those, maybe not. I don't know. It was one. Yeah, one of those football ones. And then he kind of bounced
That was
around
like on Spike TV or some shit like that.
yeah, that was what I guess he was known for before he kind of got bigger now. But he also was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reboot they did, the one that was produced by Michael Bay, and has told stories about how he had a terrible time. I think he was Donatello or one of them, and had a terrible time doing it. And they like promised him basically like, yeah, it's all CG, but it's you. We're gonna have you doing press everywhere. And I guess like they treated him like shit on set. They didn't fly him out to the premieres and everything. They were just treated like stuntmen that did CG work, basically.
Wow.
He's like, he's like, I had just had a newborn kid, like my son was just born. He's like, it didn't pay well, but it was money, and they promised me that this would open doors for me. And he was like, it was just a wretched fucking experience. But a guy like that, fuck, can you imagine if he was British and they made him the next Bond? Like, I'm already in favor of Cavill, but you know what they need to do? Remake True Lies. Remake all the Schwarzenegger movies with this guy. That's what you do.
Actually,
I could totally see that.
Back
he
to
would
back.
be a good pick.
Like, fuck, John Cena's too old. I want to see this guy in fucking Running Man. I want to see him in fucking True Lies. After he does something, like after he does Commando, after he does Running Man, throw him in a Terminator reboot. Fuck it, and then he can do that.
If they're going to use John
age a little.
Cena, if they're going to use John Cena in the end of that, I want to see him as a villain.
In what?
And like any of the remakes of
Another T-1000.
Yeah, like another Schwarzenegger movie. I want to see him a villain in one of those movies.
So I actually have a concept for I know this isn't Christmas, but I have a concept for Terminator they've never explored, and I don't understand.
You can make it Christmas.
We'll make a Christmas
It's
fucking
true.
Terminator if I had my fucking way. Tell you that right now. That way, every fucking year, motherfuckers like me would be popping in their Christmas Terminator Blu-ray 4K streaming it, whatever it is in the future. Going, no, it's a Christmas movie. You see all that blood? What is that blood on? A Christmas tree. But the concept of like, you know how it's always they send one hero, one antagonist, right? Why haven't they done the concept of sending competing Terminators against one victim and one hero? Like, why is it always 1 and 1? Why have they never done a Terminator movie where it isn't, oh shit, that Terminator is coming, but it's, oh shit, there's 3 of them that have been let loose. And then that way you constantly guarantee chaos for one thing, right? Like, you can't stop moving when you have 3 Terminators, so the movie's going to continuously move. You're not going to have those downtimes like you have in the new ones where it's like, let's talk about the past for 15 fucking minutes. You just don't have time for it.
I always thought a Terminator and Predator crossover would be cool.
Dude,
Okay.
Jingle All the Way remake with the guy from Reacher. Fuck yes.
Yeah, that's what Abby said.
But yeah, like that's the thing is like they really need to figure out Terminator, and they need to bring it back to basics, but they need to bring it relevant to today's culture. Because the whole concept of Terminator was like eventually the AI and shit we're building is going to become sentient. And now we are actually at the cusp of AI being a real fucking thing and really getting to a point where it can be scary. So we need to bring that current reality to a scarier future. Like the scary future is it becomes sentient, right? Then why aren't we going further beyond like show the total destruction, but make it relevant? Because back in the day, none of the Terminator internet, it wasn't fucking real when he made the first one. It was all imaginary boohoo bullshit. And now connected networks and VPNs and all that shit is a very real thing. You can make that very scary very easily. And that's all he did was he made those concepts scary by putting him in a physical being, which was the T-800 or T-1000. Can't wait for him to be in the next Fast Furious where Vin Diesel acts like he can be. Yeah, right. Well, that's the same thing that happened with him and Vin Diesel and The Rock, right? What's going to happen is Vin Diesel and him won't fight. He's going to make The Rock fight him, and Vin Diesel will fight like somebody else. And so he doesn't look like like, can we just be honest? Vin Diesel is one corona away from a heart attack, no? Like, he looks like shit. Like,
or a taco.
Like a meatball.
Does not look good.
Like, you see him in photos that the paparazzi take where he's just like on his balcony rubbing his belly, drinking a beer. And it's like, bro, Dom Toretto's looking rough. Like, Riddick is not looking great. Can we get him on the Sally Struthers diet or whatever the fuck they got nowadays? We figure that out.
That guy that keeps interrupting your YouTube videos where he tells you, hey, you can't eat this, but you can eat this.
I mean, can Michelle Rodriguez? She's jacked as shit nowadays. Can Michelle Rodriguez call her and be like, "Hey, you being a fat fuck?" And he's like, "Family," as he's eating a Twinkie.
They're making a sequel to Dungeons and Dragons 2, or Dungeons and Dragons.
Great, I get to look forward to more of her. Actually, no, they're gonna wipe the cast. Whole different cast.
Ooh, yeah,
I met the Fort Worth SWAT robot dog Nightmare Fuel. Oh, that would be fun to play with. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dude, the problem with having
Is
a
it the
robot dog
yeah?
is like, I'm gonna play rough, and then he punctures through your chest. And then you got another scar on the other side.
I was saying
more
Matt's
specific
already
to
been
me.
punctured through
Yeah.
the chest.
You know what,
Sean,
dude? One
is
day,
that the one that
one day when aliens or some shit comes and something really bad's gonna be happening, we're gonna be recording, and I'm just gonna be like, and the whole time, nothing. I'm not gonna say a fucking word. Just gonna be sitting here. No, yeah, no. Silent Night is a pretty good Christmas movie. And then 3 hours go by and we get invaded by something. It's gonna tell me this little scar here is gonna tell me when shit's hitting the fan.
is the SWAT dog the one that they can kick over and it keeps standing back up and shit? Is that
Yeah,
is that
dude.
the one he's talking about?
They're gonna get to the point where it's gonna have like gravity boots and it can run on ceilings, and it's gonna turn into fucking Resident Evil with the lickers, but it's gonna be
They've
robot
used it
dogs.
to tackle like people who are running away from the cops before. It's terrifying.
Nice.
Dude, I never want to be running from the cops and hear Sick'em and look back and it's a robot dog just
and you hear
like, oh yeah, you're just hearing
mechanical
gears
shit.
and then the thumping, like, and then it slips on the ice, falls over, does a little spin, and then it's double fast after you. It's like, what the fuck? There's a video of it going in the house.
Spikes out of its
Right, or
paws.
like that's the thing is it does a little jump and then its feet turn into like spiked prongs and all you hear is as it's fucking running at you. It's ripping up fucking cement. And then
that would be crazy.
That's what's going to be charging India. I mean,
It's nightmare fuel.
Well, so are drones. Have you seen any of the footage from Ukraine where it's like 1080p drone footage and it's them dropping a bomb on soldiers? It's like, fucking hell. Why do we need a camera?
Did you see the video of, I think it was in Germany or Russia? I may be getting the country wrong, but they're having a meeting and some guy walks in any of the door and he fucking takes out 3 grenades and just tosses them. I'm like,
did anybody die from that? Because it legitimately
only one out of okay.
And it's like the whole room is full of people. There's a table in between everybody, like several tables, and he just kind of like he's fucking around by the door, and then he kind of just like looks and he stands there and he's just, and then you can see him as he drops the first one. He's dropping the others, and then the first one goes off as he's dropping the third.
It's
like it
funny
blows him
because
up too.
There's this old fat guy in the front row who looks at it. And he's like, and like, dude, what the fuck? Get him in there! Like,
you're like, yeah, dude. What is okay? Can we? I know everybody likes to make like fun of Americans for guns, but can we talk about how many Russian videos I've seen of like dudes just letting off a hand grenade in his car by accident? The answer is too many.
You describing that because I'm playing Fallout 4 again. It's like you're stuck in VATS mode and you just keep
he's just like, and he doesn't move. Like he literally stands there, and from the time he drops the first one, he's just, even through the explosion cloud, you see his hand out there like he's dropping them. And I'm like, what the fuck is going? And then I watch the whole thing, and I'm like, this can't be real. And then sure enough, at the end of it, you're like, there's a woman screaming, and people are just like, oh. They're like, the shock is kicking into him. Like, oh, this is real. Okay.
Like everybody in the room is just watching him. Like he clearly has grenades.
Nobody does anything.
Yeah, nobody does. They're just like,
He's like the bad guy from the mayor from RoboCop who gets elected out of it. I want a new car. Don't dick me around.
So Sean posted in the Discord the video of the dog.
The problem is if I go to the Discord, I fuck up our screen. So
yeah.
If you go to the Discord to check it out, guys. Or
I'm trying to pull up the Discord link so I could drop it in this chat and then.
But yeah, like I don't know, dude. Technology is not a good thing. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like when I really got internet, that was the era of like steakandcheese.com and the Desert Storm 2. So it was nothing but like tits and violence. But even now, I see some of these videos and I'm just like, oh fucking! I don't really at this age, I don't want to see Russian or Ukrainian soldiers drone bombed from the fucking point of view. Yeah, that's not my forte.
So if you want to see it, join the Discord. I just sent out the link in the chat.
Yes, Alex is the click commander.
I am the click commander.
I said click commander.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said click commander. I apologize.
Let's
Oopsie.
start this list. Actually, let's start this. We'll do the list in a second. What is
I-
everybody watching? You're right there, Lewis.
I'm sorry, I just looked up the video and he's just casually throwing
Like he's dispensing candy to people. He's just like, here you go, one for you,
and
one for you. Yeah, right? Like everybody gets a grenade. And so what is your guys' personal favorite Christmas movie? Like if I were to say you get fucking one movie, what is it?
Hmm.
I feel like yours and mine are gonna be the same.
Mine is
Got it.
Jingle All the Way.
Same.
Love that movie.
I think as I've gotten older and older too, that is
you know what I think
that's
is
the
cool?
one movie that I can watch over and over.
I don't think that's an Arnold movie. I don't think that movie is about the rush of toys and the chaos of what shopping used to be, and I completely remember that.
Also, Phil Hartman fucking makes that fucking movie as
Yeah.
well.
I remember that whole.
I think she's in the shower. You want me to go check? If any man was in my house when I wasn't home, fuck the toy. You're gonna be disappointed in daddy again because I got asked to be. I'm not coming home asking questions. Here's the thing: my wife knows if I come home, and I don't give a fuck if it's the neighbor or a repairman. If I walk into my driveway and there's a dude in my house I wasn't informed about, call the cops because there's gonna be a dead motherfucker soon.
Those are my cookies.
Like, yeah, and here's the thing: I don't care if it's my neighbor. I'm not that close with my goddamn neighbors. You're in my house. We got a problem if I pull up.
Yeah.
I agree with Giovanni. I think aside from me being a huge Arnold fanboy, the comedy does not work in that movie without Phil Hartman.
Yeah, or I mean, I think that it is one of those movies
and,
where it is.
And Sinbad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
Sinbad
it is really.
well, yeah.
You had ingredients that theoretically maybe wouldn't have made a great Christmas movie, but once again, Christopher Columbus literally produced that movie, and I think he might have wrote it. So
He discovered America too.
Yes, he did. Well, Indigenous Peoples Day. And please, and as a non-Indigenous person, my white guilt is on fire at them. So
Why are you kicking me?
That's what they do. They're dogs. He loves you.
Hopper,
punch you to death.
How you doing?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think my favorite would be that. I do. I mean, there's a lot of Christmas movies that I love, but yeah, that is probably one of them that I also think they could remake. And as long as you get the right people, even if you kept like a lot of the same fucking script, it's all about the ingredients in that one.
Mm-hmm.
And they happen to have Schwarzenegger shouldn't have worked in that role, but he fucking did. He worked in kindergarten.
It's also chemistry of all the people
for the
in
same
there.
reason.
So Alex, though, because ours are probably the same. I'm guessing Jingle All the Way is not your favorite Christmas movie.
No, I really like Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
It's between Elf and Jingle All the Way and National Lampoon, but for me, it's Jingle All the Way,
Christmas Vacation's a close
and then Christmas Vacation because the Christmas Vacation kind of loses something for me.
And I'm gonna stand on
the long
this
run.
hill and die. If it's any Home Alone, it's gonna be 2, never 1.
Yes, agreed. I'm with
All
you.
right, so I'll follow Matt's question. What's a very well-known, everybody loves it Christmas movie that you fucking hate?
Elf.
Sean, hold on, Sean. Is that Home Alone 1 or number 2? Everybody else, what's your favorite Christmas movie? I'm waiting. A Christmas movie that people love that I hate. Elf for Giovanni. I get
While you were sleeping.
Hate that movie.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Alone, you watch Home Alone.
While you're sleeping is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but that's something that you hate that movie, but
yes.
People don't talk about that in like the Christmas movie realm, dude.
My wife fucking watches it every fucking Christmas, and it fucking drives me nuts.
For me, it's gotta be It's a Wonderful Life. I think he should have just jumped off the bridge, and that should have been the end of the movie.
It's a Wonderful Life is not a Christmas movie. There have been.
I guess it's technically not.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas movie.
I want to do
Giovanni. Explain.
I want to do a cut where the angels are talking and they're like, "Oh, he jumped." All right, and then credits.
Bye. So we've got coming in Home Alone 1 and 2 for Nikki, as well as National Lampoons. Number 2 is great. Brick scene is number 2. Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene in number 2 is when he gets electrocuted.
Mine is the the tool sheds falling down the stairs. Gets me every time.
Well, then you have Joe Pesci like, God, throw another one, and he's just like, wait, and he gets fucking bricked again. I'm gonna have to say, if you consider it a Christmas movie, The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of those movies that everybody loves
that you hate.
I don't like. And I think last week I even admitted that, like, I don't blame the movie. It's just, for me, it's just never been my cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's all nostalgia, because if you took nostalgia out of it, I don't know if I'd like it either.
Like, yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, even as a kid, I understood why people liked it, but it's just, yeah, it's not for me. I love anytime anytime you got Marv screaming in that movie, it's fucking pure joy for everybody watching. What was your oh yeah, that was it. We all said the ones we hate while you were sleeping. It's a specifically ironic movie too. I didn't think that was
it is a Christmas movie though. I mean,
I've never heard it in that. I've never watched it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is that Bill Pullman or Bill Paxman?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. Yeah,
Paxton.
is it?
No, Pullman.
No, Bill Pullman. Bill Pullman.
Yeah. All right. Let's start this. Let's start number 10. We'll start from the bottom. And it's all Christmas movies. Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, they're all included. Everything you could think of. What would you guys say would be number 10 in chat we're starting this top 10. We'll build through it.
Is the top 10 like your favorite Christmas movies? Like your favorite?
I'm going top 10 Christmas. What you would regard as the top 10 best Christmas movies of all time. So we'll make it fair. Since we all said Jingle All the Way is our favorite, we're going to put that at number 1.
That's fair. Okay.
So let's start at 10, and we know what we'll know what number 1 is. Let's get to number 1 through 10. So we're going as we continue, they're better and better.
Are we collectively building one?
It seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should argue this out a little bit.
You probably got to go like a classic somewhere towards the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, because growing up, I remember it distinctly. I never got into it, but I remember always being on, always being enjoyed.
Christmas Story?
No. Christmas Story I love. I think Christmas Story a lot of people remember and love. But I'm gonna say Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, that is.
I'm thinking in the in the top
it might
10,
be the most remade too.
In the bottom of the list, part of me is thinking somewhere in there like the old Abominable Snowman.
Oh,
you're thinking like the Rankin Bass.
Those short films. Those two, I think, rank up there. Up at we're starting at number 10 out of the top 10. So we're gonna number 1, the best movie we all feel at least is Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
And now we start at number 10. We're gonna work our way to the better. So actually, Abby also does agree with the Miracle on 34th Street.
All right, I'm making a list.
As a kid,
better check it twice.
Like, I always remember it being on. I always remember people looking for it. Like, it's just one of those movies. I never got into it, but I know the movie. But I always remember.
I also think, oh shit, not Miracle on 30. Jimmy Stewart. What is that one called?
Isn't that?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
I think It's a Wonderful Life belongs on there, and I think not only is it a great Christmas movie, but when you look at like the sets in that movie and the production value, like that was a big movie for its fucking time, and it's well put together. Even if it's a bit boring, I'd say that also would have to be in the list somewhere.
Okay, so then what's a better classic movie? Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life? I would say White Christmas, but not a lot of people like White Christmas.
Old ladies like White Christmas.
Is that the one where they were dancing and the pool opens up? They're in the gym and the pool opens up and they fall?
It's the two, what is it, Bing Crosby and someone else. I don't know.
God damn, that's hard. Fuck, let's just start thinking of movies and then we'll organize them. What movies do we think belongs in the top 10? Then we'll fucking arrange them. So I'm going to say that belongs in the top 10. Die Hard. It's got to be in there.
Die Hard in there.
Hold on, because there are some like, is the Santa Claus 1 through 3 counted as one?
I count that as one.
Yeah, I will count. We'll just take either the entire trilogy or only the first movie.
I agree. Okay, yeah, I agree.
All right, so you got Jingle All the Way, Santa Claus, Die Hard is Lethal Weapon technically a Christmas
It's a
movie?
Christmas
Yes.
movie. There's this
Christmas
scene
movie.
when he's like, Roger, we gotta do this my way, and he's like, Roger's just like they're in front of the Christmas tree as the lights are
Scrooge.
pulsating. Scrooge
Mm.
belongs in there. I disagree,
Scrooge,
Sean.
yeah.
We reviewed Bad Santa though, man, and after watching
I don't like that one.
it as I was older, I didn't love it as much. I would say the
Bad-
Jim Carrey Grinch movie probably does fit.
Did anybody ever watch Trapped in Paradise?
I remember
Not enough to put it on my
not
top 10.
bad.
Nicolas Cage? No, really?
No,
Not enough.
I remember the
Bad
movie, but
Santa. Bad Santa is a funny movie, but the older you get, it's like, is it really that
Well,
funny as I
as you-
remember it?
as you get to be older, you also look at it like this dude's a fucking grode. Like
Mhm.
this guy's just a piece of shit. Like I don't like this guy in any way, shape, or form.
He's the grot master.
Like
He
I
doesn't
don't.
really learn through the whole movie either.
like,
He remains a piece
Billy
of shit.
Bob Thornton might be a great person in real life, but I kind of don't like him either because of the roles he's been in. Besides Con Air,
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this is going to be throw movies out there, and the list is going to be so big that we have to
yeah,
eliminate.
and then
Eliminate,
we'll
yeah.
bring it out.
Christmas
So-
Story.
Scrooge
So
does
Jing-
belong. Yeah, Christmas Story,
All right,
Home
so,
Alone.
so hold on. So Jingle All the Way, Santa Claus, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Scrooge, Grinch.
Home Alones. For the Home
Home
Alones, I'm going to
Alones.
break my own rule. Number 1 and 2 are 1.
Yeah, that's
They're both. I fuck you. It's my podcast. 1 and
No,
2
I-
are
Home
1
Alone.
film.
It has to be one because that's a point of contention for a lot of people.
It's the same movie, but they're both great for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I know Giovanni hates it, but you got to throw Elf in there.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be
Yeah,
Christmas
it- that-
Vacation as well.
National Lampoon's
Yeah.
Christmas.
Christmas Story. I don't know if you wrote that down already.
Christmas Story does belong in there.
Yeah.
And
What
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna
what
say
about
with
8-bit?
Christmas Story
What about
Yeah,
8-bit
as far as new
Christmas?
stuff, yeah. New
Dude,
stuff,
Dude,
yeah.
8-bit
is so
belongs
It's
to
good.
pretty
be-
fucking good.
So
We've got Miracle on 34th in there. What we're doing right now is we're throwing them all at the wall, and then we gotta eliminate
Narrow
and
it
get
down.
down
We're
to the
gonna
hard
narrow it
stuff.
down.
Yeah.
with Christmas Story, would you? I loved, and it's in my
You
rotation.
talking about
anyway,
consider both of them one?
1 and 2 because I think 2 was really well done.
For which one?
I'm tempted to combine them, but they were made so far apart.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
But
I-
one is also technically well, I don't know.
For which
I don't
movie
know.
was it?
Christmas Story
Story.
movies.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to
I've-
just go with the classic, even though I did really enjoy the new one.
that's fair.
I've never seen the second one.
We reviewed it.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with
Christmas Story,
Ralphie,
Christmas.
and he comes back to town after his dad dies, and then like Christmas is kind of his to run.
I must have not liked it as much because I can't remember.
I'll pull up the episode and link you to it. You know what? I actually really like the movie Four Christmases, but I don't know if it belongs in the top 10.
Yeah.
I love
personally
all
like
the
that
Vince
movie.
Vaughn Christmases.
Yeah, he can do Couples Retreat too, Vince Vaughn.
What about what's it called? Edward Scissorhands.
It's good. but
Anybody
is it a
agree or
top-
no?
Is it a top 10 Christmas movie?
I don't
Top
think it belongs on the list.
And Gremlins. We just did that last week.
Ooh,
Spirited.
Gremlins
We
was
haven't
good.
watched that one. Then maybe we should consider reviewing that.
It's on Apple TV, I think. Yeah.
I don't think I have Apple TV. We let that run out because we didn't watch it. Rudolph Clay.
That's the
classic
Rankin Bass
Claymation.
ones.
Yeah,
think
those we're gonna
should be combined.
those are one common. Yeah,
Yeah, because
all
usually
of
those come on one disc, and like if you're looking at
Yeah,
them.
we're considering those all one. Like the classic shorts belong in there.
Mm-hmm.
Did we include Nightmare Before Christmas? Are you talking about? For me, it's not a top 10, but these guys love it. So
Did we mention it? Yeah.
It belongs in the argument. I don't know if I'd put it.
Put it
On
in
the
the
top 10.
list because I'm gonna have to defer to them. Violent
It's on
Night
the list.
is a good
Jericho.
movie, but it's not top 10.
So I seen Sean said Grinch, old school, the cartoon. I agree with you, Sean, but I think Jim Carrey's Grinch made more of an impact on
It's-
society as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, there's the classic, and then there's Carrie's portrayal, and you really only have those two besides the newest animated one.
The funny part about him wanting to staple the antlers to the
Dog.
yeah.
Why is that funny? You fucking Sadist.
Because they talked about it, and it was also mentioned in Scrooged.
Scrooge is obviously also in there. I haven't seen the new animated Grinch.
It's okay. It's not.
It's got what is that? Benedict Cumberbatch in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
okay.
Voice?
We have
That's
12. Oh, no. We have more than 12 movies. Miracle.
Sounds about right. Add White Christmas in there. Might as well if you don't already have it in there.
there. I remember it, just not as.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know my family. We weren't a White Christmas family.
No, you guys are a white power family.
Whoa!
Now,
Actually, my parents weren't racist at all until until the day that changed. No, they were just they were very I just think unhappy people. What it
it's
was.
not gonna make the top 10 of our list, but also Fat Man.
It is a good Christmas movie.
I did like it, and
does
it's not gonna
reach
make the top 10, but I at least it's in
That
there.
would be in the realm of like greatest non-Christmas movies. Well, see, it really is a Christmas movie through and through, though.
There has
Yeah.
to be Christmas movies we're not thinking of.
Tim Allen Santa
Ernest
is in
Saves
there.
Christmas.
Nope, not a top 10.
No,
See,
The
like,
problem, though, the thing is, we're already starting to like self-edit a little bit.
I enjoy Christmas with the Cranks, but I don't think it's a top 10.
I like that movie. I also enjoy Deck the Halls.
I do too, but I don't think it's top 10 though.
Yeah, Polar Express.
Polar Express, yes.
I've only seen it
movie-
like once or twice though.
That movie creeps me out because it's uncanny valley how creepy the animation
Yeah,
is.
Tom Hanks is. Then you see the behind the scenes of him, and it's still fucking weird. You've also got things like Trading Places.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Christmas
I don't
movie?
like looking at these stupid junk websites, but I just looked up Entertainment Weekly put out a list.
Charlie
Let's see
Brown
what-
Christmas. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Their top 10 is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Year Without Santa, The Muppets Christmas Carol, Bad Santa,
Ugh.
Love Actually. Number 5 is The Grinch. Number 4 is Elf. Number 3 is Charlie Brown. Number 2 is A Christmas Story, and their number 1 is It's a Wonderful Life. So that technically is a Christmas movie, I guess.
I was gonna say Muppets, but I know not everybody watches the Muppets, and that's in this area here. So,
Nikki says The Holiday. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Holiday.
is that the one with Latifah? No, is it?
I don't know. I have no idea. I thought that was Jack Black was in that one. Or is that Love Actually?
I think that's Love Actually.
It might
I
be
might
Love
be
Actually.
wrong. But
So I don't agree with half of that list as far as top 10. I mean, I'm sorry. The other problem is calling like a Charlie Brown Christmas or like Rudolph Christmas a movie when
Abby
it's
is
like an 11 minute short.
a Christmas movie.
Batman Returns, you're right. Absolutely. And it
oh
deserves
yes, yeah.
it
Yep.
deserves it. No Jingle top 10 hot garbage. Jingle All the Way is number 1. That's Love Actually, Cameron Diaz and Jude Law. Jack Black. Yeah, okay, it is that one. I thought Jack Black. Yeah, you got to remember, Sean, we've already established that Jingle All the Way is number 1 on this list.
It's okay to be wrong, Sean. It's okay to be wrong. That's
All
called
right.
being married.
Wrong.
Now, I've lost weight. My wing just oopsies. What happens is if I lose my ring, I just have to order another one. And I don't want to spend more money on shit I shouldn't be losing.
Oh,
the
it was
ill
Last
list?
Holiday with Queen Latifah. Okay.
You don't like Jingle All the Way, dude? What's your problem? Why don't you like Jingle All the Way? You gotta explain yourself, bro. Explain yourself.
He doesn't like Jingle All the Way, really?
He hates Sinbad.
Sean, what's your
Well, you're trying to
Racist.
keep the black man down.
Sean, what's your
John's
number
racist.
one Christmas movie? I will tell you right now,
Yeah.
it's gonna be wrong, but what's your number 1 Christmas movie?
That's a fair question. What is your number 1? That's right. I think he
Tell
what
us,
did he
vet.
say? Miracle on 34th, I think. I mean, Sean is the one that did recommend Bad Santa. Sean loves he loves it. Okay, good. I'm glad we clarified that. Last Holiday is the people like okay. That's Last Holiday. Yeah, I've never seen Love Actually. The Last Holiday is Jack Black.
Okay.
Oh, the EW list didn't have Jingle. Yeah, fuck them. They don't know what they're talking about. All right, so what have we got so far?
We have Jingle All the Way,
Number 1.
The Santa Claus, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Scrooged, Grinch, the Jim Carrey one, the Home Alones, Elf, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, which I guess we can count both, 8-Bit
Okay.
Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street. I'm taking off White Christmas. We can remove that one. It's a Wonderful Life, Batman Returns, and Fat Man. I'm gonna say Fat Man
Yeah,
off
go
the
ahead.
list already.
Yeah.
It's
What
not.
about
Abby
the
did say
Charlie Browns?
Abby did say Krampus, and there is like the problem is if you're gonna if you're gonna
Krampus.
put him on the list, you got to put all of the Charlie Brown-esque Christmas stuff, including the Snoopy side Christmas stuff. And then if you're also doing Rudolph, those are all included in the classic shorts
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So like remember, Rudolph and Charlie Brown and that are all going to be encompassed with every holiday one they made. The question then becomes is what do you prefer on this list? Rudolph or Charlie Brown, or do both need a place? I have a hard time putting like Charlie Brown's Christmas on there because it's a short, it's tiny. At least if you're talking like the old school, claymation Christmas classics, you've got 4 or 5 different shorts. Charlie Brown is really limited to, yeah, they have the Charlie Brown Christmas, but people remember the Charlie Brown tree. Also, people remember the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. So it's like I have a hard time putting it in the top 10 simply because it's not a fucking movie, and my brain just works that.
The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and the Charlie Brown Halloween one were the more popular ones. I feel people just remember the tree from the Christmas.
I got a rock.
The Krampus is another one that
That's what Charlie Brown would always say.
I think there is an argument to make about Krampus being in the top 10 though, because it's a really good fucking movie.
It is a good movie.
I have not seen the Krampus, so I don't know. I've only seen the Krampus
Peacock right now.
Yeah, it is on Peacock. We should review that. Maybe we'll review that next week, and that nothing like, or the one that Giovanni's talking
Nothing
about.
But the Holidays.
And then
Well, that would be
holidays.
That would be next week, right?
2 weeks. Yeah,
we're off.
Yeah, next week we're off for Christ Mass.
Yeah, Alex, you haven't seen that? It's by the dude who did Trick or Treat.
Krampus? No, I haven't.
It's got what is his face from Step Brothers? Adam Scott in it, and a bunch of other people. Thanksgiving hopefully will be coming out soon. VOD soon.
I would like to see that one. Yeah.
A movie that doesn't belong in this list, but it's a really good horror movie, is A Christmas Horror Story.
I really love that movie.
I did like that one.
Yeah.
I did like that one.
There is movies like that I didn't even say for the top 10. Like I really love Santa's Sleigh. I really love A Christmas Horror Story. Like both of those movies are fucking awesome to me, but you're really kind of
it's not the like, Christmas. It's a Christmas horror versus.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anybody to agree that we're gonna bump fucking Miracle on 34th Street for Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah. For me, the original Black Christmas, which doesn't belong in this list at all, but it's just a movie I like.
What about your Michael Keaton one?
Jack Frost.
Dude, it scared the shit out of my son. I think it's a snowman thing because we were watching Santa Claus 2, and he also wasn't a fan of Martin Short in the Jack Frost costume.
Jack Frost.
Yeah. So
Minnie, I caught Minnie earlier staring at something. Oh, by the way, it's completely off topic. Alex, AEW Fight Forever is a pile of horse.
Oh yeah, you bought it?
I got it. GameStop had it on the consoles. If you were a pro member, it was $20. And I don't ever shop at GameStop anymore, but I still have the membership, and they constantly give you like points and coupons. So then I had an additional $10 off of it, and so I got it for like $11 after tax.
Oh, wow.
I've only played one match. The problem with it is they've made it way too much a fighting game and too little a wrestling game. So instead of feeling like a legit wrestling game, it feels more like that WWE Battleground. Like honestly, if you want an actual wrestling game, just play the WWE product. But I gotta give it more time. But it's a little disappointing. I played as Jericho, and boy, does he look awful in that game. He looks like his character in the game is wearing like a fake muscle suit. It's really weird, but I'll update you more on it.
Oh yeah.
Did we forget Trading Places?
No, I said
it was mentioned. You just didn't write it down.
Because I think it is important to kind of include Christmas movies, small genres too.
Yeah.
Like we do need to include, we need a horror, we need a comedy, we need the classics as its own category, but they all need to be encompassed in the top 10.
I mean, but Alex hasn't seen it, but if you want to put Krampus on there, I think Krampus is very good.
Yeah, go for it.
good Christmas
Let's see
movie.
what the list turns out to be, because I do feel.
Of the,
And then we started eliminating.
I'd say you want to go. We already know Jingle All the Way for us is number one. Let's get number 10 with Miracle on 34th Street. How do you guys feel about that? And then I think we follow it up with number 9 being It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, honestly, I don't give a shit about Miracle on 34th Street, but it was such like as a little kid ingrained on like that's the quintessential like classic.
Yeah.
It's also
Christmas
been, like
movie.
I said, it's also been remade the most out of all of them.
So then here's the other question: Charlie Brown or the classic animated claymation one?
I think the claymation ones.
I would agree with you on that.
So like all of the Rankin Bass.
Yeah, because once
animated.
again, Charlie Brown is like one Christmas short and then the other holidays. Meanwhile, the Frank and Bash ones are a collective of shorts all about the same holiday.
So that's number 9.
Well, no, number 10 was 34th. Are we doing It's a Wonderful Life for number 9? Or does
Or
that
we're not
go
doing
higher
It's a
on the
Wonderful
list?
Life at all.
Or at all. I think it does need to be on the list, though.
Dude, give it a shot.
Chat?
Put it in a closet and tell it go wild.
Not a fan of It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay, so
Christmas morning, everybody.
To group together like 4, and we can eliminate some, but 4 like old Christmassy stuff. You got Miracle on 34th, It's a Wonderful Life, the Rankin Bass animations, and Christmas Story would technically be an older film.
Yeah, but that's still going to be in there.
I think Christmas Story definitely belongs on the list. I
Between the
Christmas
three.
Story should not be grouped because for years until Elf came around, even over Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life, it was played constantly.
The most played.
I'm comfortable
only
with
because of TBS.
I'm comfortable with Christmas Story being number 5.
Or at least in that
throw it to
area.
5.
At least in that area.
I think it needs to be on the top 5 just because literally TBS dedicates an entire day to it.
Okay.
24 fucking hours, yeah.
Like it is one of the quintessential Christmas movies out there. Like that movie Christmas Day is playing. That movie is like it. Yeah, I'd have to agree. The cultural impact of A Christmas Story,
it's huge.
I think it has to be in the top 5.
I mean but you have to throw It's a Wonderful Life on there too then.
Well, I had It's a Wonderful Life at either 8 or 9. I can't remember. I grouped it in with Miracle on 34th Street.
It's a Wonderful Life was 11 for me. Not even on the list.
It's got to be on the list. It's got to be top 10.
Every time a bell rings,
we can't ignore it.
An angel gets its wings.
I would put it at 10 then because I think Miracle on 34th Street is higher.
Yeah, it's better than.
So you think Wonderful Life is 10, Miracle is 9?
I personally would put it like that.
And then is 8
classics.
The classics, and then I do think Christmas Story does belong in top 5 purely from its exposure. But you want to put that as 7, I'm okay with it.
No, it's lower.
Okay, so the only problem with that, and this is where it becomes a
where we really start swapping shit out too.
That's 5 spots gone out of 10.
Yeah, well, and then we have 6. Well, that's including Jingle All the Way. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right. Which one goes? Which one stays? The problem is both of them do belong in the list because people love them. But is this a list people love or a list we love?
I think if you're going like the old movies, you have to choose to get rid of either Miracle or Wonderful Life. One of them has to go.
See, I'm opposite Giovanni, where if it's me, I'm getting rid of Miracle. Which one goes, everybody? Miracle or It's a Wonderful Life? Let us know in the chat.
The Julius Caesar thing of like...
Yeah, picture Queen Phoenix. So Sean puts Miracle on 34th at number 2.
I mean, I can understand why. It's like
it is a classic. I mean, it's a classic for a reason.
It's a solid movie.
Yeah, it is a classic. I just don't remember it as much as like Miracle.
No, those two movies I think have to stay. regardless.
Okay.
As far as classics, they both have to stay. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, mate.
I think they both have to stay in
How
the
do you
list.
feel
Like
about
those,
putting them, grouping them?
What?
it's top 10. It's all encompassing.
Oh,
That's why it's hard.
I mean, it probably would be easier so we don't like analysis paralysis of just eliminate it to 10 movies, and then we can
Well, Sean does bring up
slide
a
that.
point. And Wonderful Life is less about Christmas and much more about a man coming to terms with things and realizing life is worth living through the
I think you should
Christmas.
have just
But it's all in the same.
Should have jumped off the
time.
fucking bridge.
yeah.
Fuck, man, that's hard. I don't know. I think they both belong, and I'm okay with them being 10 and 9. But then the problem
Okay.
is where does Die Hard go? Where does Lethal Weapon go? Are we putting Krampus in? Where does Santa Claus go? I think Santa Claus probably belongs in top 5.
I think
Original.
Krampus for me would probably be, since I really saw it somewhere in the top half of so 6 and up.
Like that's the thing is I do think Christmas Story definitely has to stay on the list. Unfortunately, I think things like maybe 8-bit Christmas are going to get bumped entirely, despite being a good Christmas
It's
movie.
very new.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons.
it is very new,
Yeah,
and I think we put it on the list because that
we
movie
loved
was
it.
like a
It
description.
it,
of our
it touched a
life.
lot of heartstrings for the younger crowd.
I'd also include Harold and Kumar's Christmas.
All right,
I was
hold
thinking
on,
about that
y'all.
too, but
It's a
My
great fucking movie,
it is
but
a good
top
movie.
10
battery
all
is
time.
running low.
All right, so we've got let's just run it down real quick of what we think we've got. Number 10, It's a Wonderful Life. Number 9, Miracle on 34th. Number 8, the Clay Classics. Number
Okay.
6, Krampus, if we're for tentatively right now. Number 5, Christmas Story. Number 4,
What was 7?
So I'm gonna.
well, listen.
You
All
no,
right,
you jump from 8 to
Did
6.
I?
That's what I was saying.
So-
Yeah,
10.
that's what I was saying.
So at the moment slotted, we have 10 It's a Wonderful Life, 9 Miracle on 34th. We had said 8 as Rankin Bass, although I don't know if we're eliminating that.
Nothing for 7, right?
Nothing for 7.
Krampus?
Nothing for 6. 5 is A Christmas Story. And then nothing till number 1.
Well, we got movies we can slot in there. It's just how we fucking. It's like a fucking puzzle of bullshit that we're doing for no reason.
Well, I mean, here's a knockdown drag out one. We have technically 3 quote unquote action movies. Batman Returns, Die Hard, and Lethal Weapon. What if I said one of those needs to go?
I'd say Batman.
I'd say 2 of them need, although I don't.
Yeah, I don't want them to, but I agree 2 of them need to go.
So the
Die
question
Hard
is, what?
stays.
It's Die Hard.
I would
love.
say Die Hard is the hard is the hard stay for me.
Here's the thing. Which is controversial. I like Lethal Weapon more than Die Hard, but
Me
I
too.
think that Die Hard is
I
the
like
Christmas
Batman
movie.
Returns more than the other 2.
I'm gonna go with Die Hard.
But as
People
far
don't-
as Christmas movies, I think
people
Die
don't have
Hard.
arguments about whether or not Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. They do it about Die Hard.
Like I want to choose Lethal Weapon, but Die
I'm gonna
Hard
tell you,
is.
I'm glad you brought this up because me and my wife had this conversation in the car. She's like, "What makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie?" I said, "The fact that it's not about Christmas." She's like, "That's bullshit. All movies are about Christmas." I was like, "That's not true." I was like, "The movie we were watching, uh, Nothing Like the Holidays."
Oh, you find this out, yeah?
Well, we watch it every year.
Okay.
I was like, "It's about a family and their struggles together."
Christmas really just needs to be the kind of background, not the centerpiece. Like if it's
Yeah.
a centerpiece, great.
It's a character.
But if it can be used as a character too.
And in Die
well,
Hard, he's by the end of the movie, he learns that, he's a cop, he's doing his thing, but he's really doing it for his family. He Die Hard teaches him, if he lost his wife, if he lost all those people, and then the conversation with what's his
Pal.
name?
Pal.
Yeah, like that's like when you think about Christmas and family and being together and like that's in
Twinkies.
that
Yep.
movie. It's just on Christmas.
All right, let's start filling this in because
And also taping yourself in the back with a gun. Yeah.
Vet makes a good
Ho
point.
ho
And
ho.
I think all three of these belong on the list. Scrooged, Home Alone, and Christmas Vacation.
They have to, yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's start
they have
building
to
this.
stay.
I'm gonna say Scrooge is in the bottom 5.
Yes, that's like my top 3, maybe.
Scrooges.
Scrooged.
I'm gonna
Scrooge is
say
my top 3.
let's build it now. Let's pull Krampus off for a moment, and we have number 10. It's a Wonderful Life. Number 9, Miracle on 34th Street. Are we removing the Frankenbash ones?
No, you can leave that at 8 for me.
I think they should stay.
For me, you could leave it there.
We'll do number 8 for that. Will we do number 7 as Scrooged? Number 6, Christmas Vacation. Number 5, Christmas Story. Home Alone.
I think Christmas Story would probably be like 7 or something.
Yeah, I disagree.
Christmas Story is higher than that.
I love Scrooge, but I think Christmas Vacation I think would be higher than Scrooge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I enjoy Scrooge, but Christmas Vacation is.
Yeah, I think I had Christmas Vacation, or Christmas Vacation is what, 6? Then 7 is Scrooge, and 8 was the Frankenbash. Then 5 is Christmas Story. Now this is where it gets kind of really hard because we literally have Home Alone, Die Hard, and another couple hard ones we got to fit into 3 spots based.
See, I would put 8 as Home Alone.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm 100%. What about you guys?
Well,
I mean, if you
I disagree with the whole Scrooge thing too. I think Scrooge should be for me for top 3 at least.
It's not going to make top 3.
Because Scrooge is all about Christmas. It's all fun. It's all.
I think Scrooge is Scrooge takes the that traditional story that everybody tells, the 3 ghosts, Christmas, the past, future, present, and tells it in a way that works.
At this point, let's just get 10 in no order. Just the top 10 that we think belong on the top 10 list.
Okay,
I think that simplifies things.
Okay, well, here's the deal. It's a movie that's on all the time. I love it, but I think Elf is not going to make the list. If I'm being honest.
I don't love the movie personally, but that became the Christmas movie though of the modern era when
it did.
I know, but would you take Elf or the Grinch if you had to get rid of one of them?
I'd take the Grinch.
Personally, I would take the Grinch. All right, so
I would too.
Gone. Elf is gone. So top 10. Well, I mean, if that's the case, we're going that route. Miracle on 34th Street is gone too. Like for me, you know what I mean? Like it between It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle, It's a Wonderful Life is the one I'd watch. That's the problem. Is like we're gonna if we start eliminating ones that definitely should be on the list, but we're not gonna. It's like then I don't give 2 dicks about Miracle on 34th Street. Like for me, that one might as well not even fucking exist. But I understand,
and that's how I feel about It's a Wonderful Life. I feel the same way. Just It's a Wonderful Life.
Fuck it, we're done. See you guys later. Merry Christmas.
Who said we should do this list?
So I think we're making it too hard on ourselves. I think it needs to be our top 10, not the top 10, because obviously no one.
Let's just
we're
do
the
that
only
real quick.
us plus Sean are the only 5 people that watch Jingle All the Way every year.
All right, fuck it. No top 10, top 5, because I don't want to go through 40 movies right now that are all going to be fucking more or less the same. So top 5 for me: Jingle All the Way, Die Hard. I know it's ridiculous. Santa Claus.
Only got 2 more.
Home Alone 1 and 2 combo. I don't know. I'm so torn between just choosing movies that I love, but like I'm also like, what movies should be in there? And it's like, no,
Well,
fuck the movies that
are
should
you
be in
also
there.
going to
So
incorporate movie that's new, like something that just new that
this is
happened?
this is just my top 5.
Okay.
Trying to think of what the last one is because there's a lot of them. I do love Scrooged. Fuck, man. All right, somebody else start. I'll get back to you on my last one.
All right, we're just doing personal top fives.
Personal top 5s. No particular order. What's your
Which I
personal
guess-
top 5? We got Vets. We got Sean's.
Oh yeah, go for it. What are theirs?
Oh, he's got number 1 is Home Alone. Number 2 is Miracle on 34th. Number 3 is Grinch. Number 4 is Jingle All the Way. Number 5 is Die Hard. Then he's got 6 is Wonderful Life. 7 is Scrooge. 8 is Elf. 9th is Christmas Vacation. 10th is Christmas Story. And 11 would be Love Actually.
Mhm.
I feel like he put more thought into this than all 4 of us did, guys.
We're no longer doing any order. Now, like Home Alone 1 and 2 are in there. It might be my number 1, but we're just giving our top 5. My problem is I've hit a wall on my 5th one because there's a lot right now I'm trying to comb through.
No
What's that?
particular order. No
No
particular
particular order, no.
Then Jingle All the Way, the Santa Claus Collection, Die Hard, Scrooged, and The Grinch. Jim Carrey version.
Okay.
Oh man, for me, it would be Jingle All the Way, Die Hard. It's got to be Home Alone. Oh, this makes it harder when it's just 5.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be The Grinch. Oh no.
Sean was studying movies. He's doing data analysis right now.
Fuck, man.
That last one, I'm having such a hard time. So, Jingle All the Way,
Because the
Die
problem
Hard,
is if
Santa Claus, Home Alone 1 and 2, and there's so many more I want to add in there as my personal, but like I kind of want to add Harold and Kumar 3 in there.
This is your dilemma. If you commit to saying the last movie, it means you can't say any other movies.
I know.
That's why.
And right now my brain is just like Rolodexing through every one of my favorite ones going, this one, no, this one, no. It's ADD. It's just fucking, my ADD is just 100% flared up at this moment. I don't want to say one and then lose one. That's what the 5 list is about. You're losing shit.
That's what you do, though. You come up with a top 5 list and you never say the 5th one.
Yeah,
You
no,
leave them
number
wanting more.
5 is, what'd you say? All right, everybody. Oh, no, we got to get our top 5, our last one, Lewis. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Scrooge.
I guess
I'm going to go Scrooge.
Same. I'm gonna go Scrooge because for me, it's always the Christmas movie I want to watch. Like I either never get to or it's never.
If you haven't seen it on this channel, check out the Scrooge recut trailer.
Exactly.
I like that movie so much, I recut the fucking trailer. So check that out. When you're done here, it is in the Nerditude Films, I believe.
And just for shits and giggles, check out the Willy Wonka horror cut.
I actually, as soon as I get time to do it, I want to get one worked on for in 2 weeks from now, which is going to be my deep dive into the retrospective of Jingle All the Way and how the wife is the true villain of the movie. So that is my, over the next 2 weeks of us being off, that's my plan to release that by the last episode for Christmas.
Nice.
For me, it's Jingle All the Way, Santa Claus, Scrooged, Christmas Story, and Die Hard.
Yeah, Sean's right. He says this has to be the most genius and best top 10 movie review ever. You can see the terror and angst in the picking. It is. It's almost like if I say, the problem is I choose Die Hard, that means I can't choose Lethal Weapon. And I fucking love Lethal Weapon, but I love Die Hard. Like, you know, Harold and Kumar would be in my top 10. 8-Bit Pixel would probably be in my top 10. Mm-hmm. Christmas Vacation is in my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have Christmas Vacation. Actually, I'm going to swap Christmas Vacation for Scrooge.
I actually watched Christmas Vacation first, but I still would rather watch Scrooge versus.
I think I'm going to swap out Christmas Vacation for Scrooge just because I can watch Christmas Vacation every year. Scrooge is if I'm in the mood.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Christmas Vacation on for my last one. I'm going to swap that. I know I'm not supposed to. Swapping spits.
I know, because when you watch Scrooge, you're like, I need to be able to be a little depressed watching this movie.
Yeah, Scrooge is one of those movies where it's very 80s. It's very 80s of like it's dark comedy Christmas movie of the 80s starring Bill Murray, which I don't know. For me, I got to be in the mood for it. Like if I'm in the mood, I love Scrooge, but I don't have to be in the mood for Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
I just want if I want to watch a Christmas movie, I can throw that one on and
I-
enjoy it every time.
I don't own it, so whenever I see it on TV, I watch it all the fucking time. So that's one of the reasons why I really like it.
Is
So,
Scrooge
like,
not in the Voodoo?
I don't know. I don't know if it is
If,
or not.
if
But
not,
I'm
it's in
just,
the iTunes.
But I'm just saying that personally, I don't own it. So like out of my Christmas movies.
Well, see,
I
that's
own
the problem, Vet, is I feel Lethal Weapon is my favorite between the two. Like, I like Lethal Weapon more than Die Hard, but
Same.
Die Hard is much more of an actual Christmas action movie than Lethal Weapon is. Like, Lethal Weapon really isn't a Christmas movie. It just so happens like it's set during Christmas. And what really solidifies that fact is when movies are made in LA during Christmas and there's no snow. That's the problem, is like it really doesn't feel like a Christmas movie anyways. Except for, by the way, when they're talking about going and murdering dudes to bring back his daughter, there's a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? Like
Sean said, "Let one fall."
Lethal Weapon
Well,
has
it's like
to.
the
it's
most
like my
Christmas stories, like you're alone, you have nobody, you think you shouldn't live. Come join us, be part of our family. Like that's Christmas.
That's Riggs in his nutshell too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I still have. Oh, I have to go with Die Hard simply because the scenes like ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun.
Yeah.
They're literally at his wife's Christmas party where I had a similar situation, although I wasn't fighting terrorism, just COVID. That's where my wife got it. So there's that. Just the whole thing about and then you are right though. Die Hard is less a Christmas movie and more a movie about a man and woman maybe realizing that they've had this separation, but when it comes down to it, he's going to go through hell to get back to her and make her safe. And at the same time, she realizes that in her own bullheadedness, she sacrificed the love of her life for this career, and now things are kind of fucky.
But he even gift wraps his last bullet on his back.
He
though,
really,
with,
he really
gift wraps
fucking
it.
does. God damn it, I love Lethal Weapon, but not only they're both filmed in L.A. and Die Hard looks more like a Christmas movie than Lethal Weapon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Lethal Weapon scenes besides the opening scene where he's in the Christmas tree lot, and towards the end when they're in the house with the Christmas tree. Fundamentally, there's not even really any reference to Christmas. So I have to, not want to, I have to exclude Lethal Weapon from that.
Right.
that's how I feel. I
Tell you right
love
now, though, I'm
Martin
going to go watch
Riggs.
fucking Lethal Weapon here this weekend, I think. Almost positive. Feeling it. I'm feeling it right fucking now, thinking about those movies. I got the Riggs and Murtaugh juices flowing, and Jen loves them, but if she don't want to watch them, it's going to be 1 a.m. cinema for Matt again.
So how many of our top 5 are we crossing over?
We've aligned on a lot of them. Jingle All the Way, I think, is the biggest.
Yeah.
Who else has Christmas? Santa Clauses is another one.
I got Santa Claus.
Die Hard.
I got Die Hard.
Die Hard.
I have Scrooge.
For
Home
me.
Alone.
And I have Christmas Story.
I have Christmas Story as well.
I had Home Alone.
So I have Home Alone.
So we're
and
split on Christmas Story and
Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, and the Scrooge.
No, I think what we're split on is Christmas Story and Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's the only one out of the top 5.
Here's the thing. I'm not against watching those movies with her. Like, I gotta be straight up. I don't really have any interest in watching the Barbie, but I know that the Barbie just hit Peacock today. And I know, and I know Jen has interest in watching it, and I will watch it with her. Like, I'm not against watching movies with her. Like, there's certain movies that I would have never watched on my own, like America's Sweethearts with John Cusack and Catherine Zeta-Jones. And if you watch that movie's amazingly funny. Same thing with Devil Wears Prada. Like, I wouldn't watch that on my own.
I like that one.
I watched it with Jen, and that's not a bad movie. Like, Jen has opened up my eyes to movies too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the percentage of who shared experiences with who and who, like, she wouldn't have watched Breaking Bad or any of that shit if it wasn't for me. But there are movies where Jen's like, you've never seen that, and we watch it. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. Like Deck the Halls, Christmas with the Cranks were not movies I watched growing up until her and I started dating.
Ooh, Deck the Halls is a good movie.
Both of those are excellent fucking movies.
I told my daughter.
5, but...
I told my daughter that we'll watch Barbie movie this weekend. She was all excited. I was like, all right.
Yeah, the problem is for me, I try to I watch movies and I consume games for entertainment. And like that's not saying that entertainment can't have a message or it can't be heavy, but I just don't want to. I'm tired of getting slapped in the face with somebody trying to make a point via a movie or via a video game. I didn't like it in the 2000s when Bush was in power and every concert you went to was a fuck Bush thing. And then when Trump was in power, every concert you went to was a fuck Trump
Yeah,
concert.
yeah.
And like, it's entertainment, and I'm not against you having an opinion. I'm not against you trying to maybe put some of how you feel into your work. I get that.
But
But
if I'm here to be entertained,
yeah,
leave politics out of it,
I've got
please.
so much fatigue. I've got so much fatigue in that. Like, I don't want to watch if I'm watching a Barbie movie, it should be funny. It should be witty. The last thing I want to do is walk out of a movie like that and go,
if
Hollywood really hates men, huh? And
if
I
I
haven't
want to
seen it. I
watch
don't know if I'm gonna feel that way. I'm not gonna
if I want to
prejudge it.
watch a concert, if I want to watch a concert that's going to be political, I'll go watch Rage Against the Machine.
Like and pay
No,
$300 for tickets, even though they're fighting the power. Yeah, I
But
won't do
you
what
get
you
what I'm
tell
saying,
me.
though.
Buy
You
our
get what I'm
merch. I
saying.
won't do what you tell me.
If I want to
Fuck
see
those guys.
political, I watch that or System of a Down or something like that.
Like and like that's
Or
the thing is,
Surge. I'm sorry, Surge.
I'm not against it. I'm not against these things. It's just I'm tired of it, and it's just at the point where it's like, can entertainment be entertainment again? Like, can I play a video? Can I play? I think I proved with the Candyman that I can love a movie because I really did like that movie and hate the fact that it's an anti-white movie. I don't mix any words with it. And like I hate the fact that I feel that way about the movie, but it was. And I still I've recommended it to everybody to watch it. And anybody who's a buddy of mine that's like, I don't know, dude, it seems like it's kind of like seriously PC. I tell them, yeah, you're not gonna like the messaging behind it, but you'll like the movie. It's a solid movie. And I try as I get older to like separate the two. You know, when Trump was in power and it was nothing but people in Hollywood running their mouths calling me a piece of shit for having different beliefs than them, and I really did disassociate to the point where it's like I don't care if Hollywood shuts down. You know, like I don't support you on. Why would I support you on your strike? You've been calling me a piece of shit who deserves to be raped to death for 7 years. Why would I feel bad for you? And like I'm trying to get away from that where it's like I find Will Ferrell has lost his edge. I is there what's the last project he did that was legitimately funny?
Cowbell.
Cowbell?
dude, I love
More
his
cowbell.
me and my wife are big fans of Eurovision, so the Eurovision movie is
Okay,
fucking
is that
hilarious to
movie
watch the whole
good?
time.
That movie's funny.
We haven't checked it, and like I'm a big fan of Ferrell. Like I love Blades of Glory, which is like people say is like his worst fucking movie. I like the basketball movie where he plays the Flint Tropics. Like I like Will Ferrell, and I haven't seen Eurovision, but the trailers did
Well,
not pull me in. Is the movie
my
funnier than the trailers show it to be?
my wife and we actually watch Eurovision every year, so
Oh, okay.
him and that movie, I thought it was funny. We love it.
We'll have to check it out. But other than that, I don't know. Also, is it just me or comedies not coming out like they used?
No.
Mm.
No, they're not rolling out
Like they had
that.
a hot streak for about 10 years of like every year you had a dozen fucking solid comedies.
Because you can only make
Oh.
so many jokes about things that you
Yeah,
can't get canceled for.
Yeah, that's true. It could be all part of the PC shit. You're right.
although
Hit with
there
PC
is
bullshit.
there is a new Beverly Hills movie coming out, and it just shouldn't.
Dude,
It
I have
just
not. I forgot to watch the trailer, and this is gonna be me like going to touch my mouse to watch it on YouTube later. Just like
What was the movie I told you to watch? What's his name? Old what's his name? The comedian with the not PC. God damn it. The guy who's getting canceled every now and then. And he
There's a
just
lot
had
of
that he just
Oh,
had that
Bill Burr,
Netflix.
old dads.
Yeah, Old Dads.
I gotta watch
I
that.
haven't checked it out yet.
I actually liked it, and a lot of stuff that he was doing was actually like it showed that like he was going through the same shit that I'm going through as an old person.
I like Bill Burr. I think his comedy as he's gotten older is less funny and more self-righteous asshole. I really love his younger stand-up. I haven't seen Old Dads. I'd imagine it's funny because didn't he also have Yeah, he had a role in that Pete Davidson movie, King of Staten Island.
I
That
haven't
was a
seen that
funny
one.
movie.
I
I liked
thought
it.
that movie A is really good. Like I did not expect to like that movie as much as I did. And Bill Burr is also really good in that movie.
Okay.
That movie made me walk away going, man, I don't completely hate Pete Davidson. And I was immediately like, Pete Davidson. Like there was like a second of like, all right, I kind of see what people see in this guy. And then immediately I was like, nah, fuck him.
Kim.
Yeah, but no, that movie, yeah, I like Bill Burr.
No, but
The
I
whole
think
thing with his wife flipping off Trump though is just really juvenile. Like I find it
Yeah.
funny. And I do find it funny that I wonder if she was mad that Trump had better seats. Like when I go to the UFC, I have the best seats. I sit right there. The sweat hits me in the face. It's great. I love
I
it.
did enjoy the movie though, and I think it was a pretty good movie. I don't know.
So we've got
I'll
our
have to check
top
it out.
five.
Check it out.
So we're gonna be taking next week off, obviously. So we will post something, but an early Merry Christmas to everybody. If you do not celebrate the whole Jesus thing, don't feel bad. I don't either. I still call it Christmas.
Yeah, it's
Relax.
Christmas is for the kids.
Giovanni is a devout atheist, and he calls it Christmas every fucking time. Like,
Yeah,
relax.
when I die, there'll be nothing, and I'm gonna say a happy Merry Christmas to you all.
Yeah,
Easter
from where you're not
is
at.
gonna be Jesus Day, and I will fight you on that.
Dude, Easter is a weird holiday for people who aren't religious. It's just like,
Very
is.
weird.
if you told a dude who just was like an incel and disassociate, or like lost his parents at a young age and grew up in orphanages, and then one day it was like an adult, and he's like, why the fuck are they picking up eggs? Like for your, you know what I mean? Like a random, just don't know what it is. It's a weird holiday.
So every year around Christmas and Easter, my wife tells me around her family, you need to keep your fucking mouth shut, because we'll be like, "Hey, the tree." I was like, Christians stole that from the pagans. And she's like, Giovanni, shut up. Easter, we do eggs. I was like, that's another pagan
Dude,
ritual.
That's exactly what my wife does when like when her dad was alive. Her dad was the opposite political spectrum that I am. And we'd go in there and he would start in on me with it. And I'd kind of look at her and she'd just be like from across the room behind him, just like,
It's
and then
like
eventually he would say something and I'd be like, well, actually, like I would just like, I can't hold it in anymore. I'm sorry. I got
it's the equivalent of when I'm told not to get Hopper all riled up and like crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
just
I'm gonna
looking
do
at
it
Hopper
anyway.
like, right, me, you want to play?
But I
What?
don't. I wait, because like they'll be doing something that's clearly stolen from pagan rituals, and then one of them will ask, "Where did this come from?" And then I'll slide in like my wife will be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Giovanni's got like a little notepad.
Well,
he's just like, well, hold on,
wearing
let me
his
tell
life's
you where it
podcast
came
on the
from.
left fucking jacket.
Yeah, Giovanni pops out like Clippy from Microsoft.
Right.
About to tell you
I'm
some
serious
information.
about
God.
this. I'm serious about this. Next year, we're gonna plan ahead. For Christmas, we're all getting custom made matching Nerd or Two movie podcast Ugly Christmas.
Oh, really?
I think we should. Like we'll design it however the fuck we want. But I think it would be
Either
fun to have.
Can we
It's
get
either
our
that
faces?
or a competition of self-made.
That would be interesting
Okay.
if we did it, or with like submit the designs and we choose the greatest one.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. You know me, I'm good with Photoshop and nothing else. I'm not an artist. I can make things happen in that, but when it comes to drawing, useless.
If you want to add tits to it, I'm pretty good at drawing it.
I mean,
I
I've got my
got a-
own, so
Yeah, I've got a couple.
boobies. I'm working on getting rid of these. Fortunately, the doctors took a good chunk of that area out, so we're already a good start. It's a good sign. He showed some brain activity. That's a good sign. I never understood why he always does. That's a really good sign. Also, one little tidbit: if you love Jingle All the Way, and you've never heard this before, I'm going to encourage everybody to go to the scene where Sinbad knocks Booster off of the parade float. What I want you to do is play it at a loud volume, and I want you to listen to what the children say as they beat up Booster. I guarantee if you've never caught it, you're in for a bit of a surprise.
I thought you were joking, and then I YouTubed it, and I was like, "Wait, what did he say?"
I heard it, and I go, to Jen, I go, did you just fucking hear what I hear? And she's like, what? And I was like, did he just say that? And she's like, I don't know. And then I was like, we're fucking finding out. And I started 10 seconds backwards. And I was like, listen. And sure enough, just check it out. I encourage you.
Check it out.
Right at the scene where he knocks Booster off of the parade float, turn your volume up, listen to what the children say to him. PG Christmas movie. That's all I'm going to say on that. Yeah, and yeah, I was watching it, and I've watched it for years, and this is the first time I was ever like, wait. And that's not even in the Family Fun edition. That's the fucking theatrical edition.
That's why I thought you were joking, because I know that movie like the back of my hand.
I don't know how I've never heard it before, but I heard it this time around, and I was like, whoa. I might have heard it before and then completely forgot. I don't know. But it surprised me, and I was like, I don't remember that. Like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, I encourage everybody, check it out. All right. Anything to wrap up, fellas? We're going to get wrapping up. We do want to say, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for hanging. This is year, I think, 3 of the show. We've come to that point where Christmas reviews are getting harder to pick the movies without retreading. So next Christmas is going to be an interesting year. My plan is to come up with something creative to fill the gaps and still be able to do, if not a month, about 2 weeks of full-fledged Christmas reviews and discussion and shit. Thank you for hanging out.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and we do want to say we do have one more week of Christmas movies. We'll be taking next week off to celebrate Christmas. And then we will be back the following week for the final movie in the December month, which we will be doing Christmas reviews. Then our New Year's episode, which I believe is January 5th. It's the following week. We're going to be doing another one of our movies where we love the movies, yet they're bad fucking movies.
It's gonna be a rough
Oh,
one.
it will be fun.
I'm assuming we're looking. I don't remember what it'll be Drive for me. I've chosen it.
Can we come out with the list ahead of time so we can give everybody else that wants to view him?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll post it. I mean, YouTube allows you to make. I'll post it in the Nerd Two Movie Podcast Discord.
At least 2 weeks ahead of time. What is it? December.
Mine
January?
is Drive. Giovanni's is what? Street Fighter. Alex, do you have one chosen yet?
I'm torn between Waterworld and Roller Boys, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Roller Boys.
I wish you would have said Waterworld.
It's free on YouTube.
I wish you. Lewis, do you have yours yet?
No, I have ideas.
It's not Congo, thankfully. Oh god, thank God.
We will. We'll definitely post it in the Discord what movies we're doing, so you guys. I will be honest. For Drive, I will post the Voodoo link since it's free to watch because nobody knows what the fuck the movie even exists. And then you want to hear how crazy I am? I saw on Amazon. I told my wife, I go, I've put a couple Blu-rays in the list. That's all I know that I want for fucking Christmas. Just make sure you get those. And then I looked at the listing and it was like, there's only 2 left. And in my brain, I'm like, there was a 1 left. And I'm like, there's only 1 left. What if somebody else buys it? And then I'm like, who the fuck is going to buy this movie? Like, every time I mention this movie to anybody, they don't know it exists. And it's not the Ryan Reynolds Drive, Sean. If you're referencing that one. No. That's the thing is it's not the Ryan Gosling movie. It's not. Hi, KG. Nobody knows this movie exists. So, like, I thought about that and just felt stupid to where I panicked. Like, in my head, I was like, dude, what if somebody buys it and then she can't get it? That would suck. And then I'm almost like Larry from Three Stooges, who's just like, stupid. Nobody's going to fucking buy it.
Imagine, like, it goes up back in stock, and Jen's like, why did we order 10 copies?
So, Sean's thinking about the wrong movie, that I think.
And Sean, you're talking about the Ryan Gosling Drive movie, correct?
Yeah.
Because that is a different movie than we're discussing.
Fantastic soundtrack.
Tell him who stars in it, Matt.
Jamie Foxx. No, it's not a Jamie. Jamie Foxx is not in that movie. If you're talking about the same movie, you were talking about Kareem Hardison. No, Baby Driver. That's Jesus. Sean.
Yeah. Different.
Also a fantastic movie, Sean.
Yeah. It is a good movie. Sean, I will post in the Nerd 2 Movie Podcast Discord the link to the movie I'm talking about, and you'll see. Yeah. And what we'll try to do is for all the movies, we'll find out where they are. Like Alex's is on YouTube.
Yeah.
If he's choosing the Roller Boys, so we'll post
Yeah,
that
if I
link.
choose that, yeah, I'll choose by Monday.
What I'll try to do is I'll try to list what streaming networks you can actually find what we're watching, because I mean, at this point, a lot of them, even if we own them and we're all watching them on the Vudu, they're generally streaming somewhere. So we'll try to list where they're streaming. I'm gonna say one of Jamie Foxx's best roles is Collateral, or best movies he was in is Collateral. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate everybody hanging out and having a discussion with us. We will be back in 2 weeks. Until then, please, everybody have a safe and wonderful Christmas. Enjoy the
Your family.
materialism, but yes, exactly. Also enjoy the family. I myself had a chance this year of not being here. So a good chance, a scary chance.
And you didn't take it.
And I didn't take it. I saw my way out and I said nay. So I look at things a little differently nowadays. And sure, materialism's nice, and I can't wait to get what I'm getting for Christmas. But enjoy your family. Enjoy the people that love you. Whether you've got dogs, husbands, wives, kids, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Just enjoy the time with them and have a great Christmas. Please be safe. I will talk to many of you on stream as well as on Discord personally. So just from the show, we wish you guys a seriously Merry Christmas. And thank you for hanging out with us for 3 years straight. We appreciate y'all. And 2024 is going to be fun. I've got a lot of projects spinning, but I really want to bring some serious focus back to the Nerdy Up 2 Movie podcast and try to think of some shit to have some fun with and engage you guys with. And we're always tinkering. So 2024, you know how I am. My mind doesn't settle. We're going to be doing new fun stuff. I really like the concept of reading live scripts. And I would love to figure out how to do that for other things. We also, we'll talk, but things about trying to figure out how to record skits while we're all separate, but still make it funny. So lots of fun stuff to come.
Separate but together.
We'll be back. Once we get back, we got 2 weeks of awesomeness with the last week of Christmas and as well as the terribly awesome Good Bad Movies New Year's episode that we have done. It'll be our second year in a row. So thank you, everybody. We love you. Love you.
Thank you, Nikki, KG, and Abby. Thank you.
Nikki, KG, Abby, Sean, Jen. God, I don't want to miss anybody, just in case I did. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. A little bit of a long episode. Some asshole named Alex was in there. A little bit of a long episode. But it's we might also start doing a little bit more of this. I think I really enjoy just discussing this shit. So if you guys like the discussions and you'd like to see more episodes of this and less just straight up movie reviews, there's a hybrid there we can figure out, no problem. We all have fun doing this, and that's the whole goal, to have fun, put out a product that hopefully you guys have fun with and go from there. So love you guys. Have a very, very happy and Merry Christmas. I'm gonna get some fucking eggnog. I'm just gonna break my diet and chug a Dean's low fat. And I'm not even gonna leave the fucking store. I'm just gonna be at the self checkout, and you're gonna hear a beep, and then it'll just be like you'll just see the scanner, and then driplets of eggnog coming off my mustache and beard. That's all it's gonna be. Bye, everybody. Have a good night, Merry